We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
The volume.
Here they gonna get wicked. Here we go again.
Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother. What's happening?
What's good, bro? I'm sitting up here trying to get this thing sent on out, of course.
Hey, man.
Typing, can't get the doggone buttons right.
Hey,
Boy.
man, it's Friday. Can we get that music going then, right out the bat? It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of
Try G.
Yep.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Yep. No try Jesus?
I snuck it in there on the middle.
Okay. I just want to make sure I ain't missed nothing though. Listen.
No, you didn't miss it. It just we skipped Tuesday. I snuck it on in there for the Friday. It still was there, it just wasn't all the way there.
All right. Well, listen, man. If you haven't already, if you hear the voices of these young men, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook page. We are streaming live on both platforms simultaneously. Ace Kennedy,
What's up, man?
it's Friday, man. I gotta ask you. Give me the best thing you've seen all week.
Best thing I seen all week, still my car, bro. It's still the car.
Still a ride.
No. Let me. Okay, so this I got to tiptoe around this. I've been going through this battle for quite a long time to attain something that's gonna set me financially straight for the rest of my life, and I got it. So that's the best. The paperwork, getting that tangible paperwork in my hands, was the best thing that I seen this week. So yeah, it was dope.
So
the bag is secure.
you got the bag. You secured the bag. The long bag. The end game bag.
Yeah, that end game bag.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
man. So for me, I think that mine are probably some of the things that we're gonna talk about today. And
All right.
we can get right on into it. So this past weekend that we didn't have the Friday show, we were both tied up. But one of the things that I had to go out of town, family emergency, unfortunate, but it was great. It turned a negative into a positive. Great time seeing my DC peoples, though, man, especially given the circumstances. But one of the things that was interesting is that on my way back, right, we had that Atlanta snow. It happens every once in a while, and it's always a big deal because our preparation for snow has traditionally been way off. This time around, they were ready. I gotta admit, they were ready for it. But we were actually in DC on our way back. So by the time we were getting ready to slide on out, it had already snowed. I'm looking on Facebook, looking on Instagram, and everybody's posting all their snow day, playing in the snow pictures and videos. And it was cool. But we didn't get to experience that. But we get to the airport at DC, and while we're there, it's coming down snow. I'm thinking like, man, so I'm looking at the little board and I'm just trying to make sure we're going to be able to get out of here, because I'm sure enough looking, and all of the flights from DC had got canceled from DC to Atlanta, everything canceled. Right. And they were expecting crazy weather pattern out there and everything like that though. Right. So Sure enough, we got the fingers crossed, thinking like, okay, let's keep on going until they tell us it's canceled. We're good. Fast forward, we get on the plane, we boarding on time, and then they say, hey, we just want to make sure we got the clear to go ahead and take off. So if you guys can just bear with us, blah, 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 we cool. Long story short, that turns into 3 hours being on the plane. 3 hours. I wasn't mad about it because it didn't get canceled. We were good. They had to de-ice the plane, which I didn't know was a thing. They sprayed it down with this little stuff so that when we were flying, ice wouldn't stick to the plane. It was this whole process, though. All that to say, Ace Kennedy, while I'm sitting here waiting on the plane, I'm watching the football game. So I'm good. I'm like, okay, I'm straight. Who do I watch? The game, Ace Kennedy. I'm watching the Cowgirls and 49ers play the whole time. So I wasn't tripping whatsoever. So if anything, I'm watching this game and I sit here and we take off and they lose a little bit of signal, whatever, for a couple minutes. But Ace Kennedy, I touched down in Atlanta just in time to see the last 5 minutes of the game and see them Cowboys lose, though, man. And I got to be honest, I think at that point that was early. Best thing I've seen all week was watching them girls lose because I know that if they would have won, you know how the timeline is for the people in Texas. It's, we going to the Super Bowl now. Next stop to the Super Bowl. Next stop to Las Vegas, blah, 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 blah. So I was loving the fact that them boys wound up losing like that.
Yeah, so of course we see the DC4L everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm okay if you say, it don't matter. We still them boys. I listen, I'm gonna be honest. I love when they say we steal them boys. That means they just lost. That means that usually you don't see them say we steal them boys after they won. It's usually them tucking their tails, holding their hat to their chest. We steal them boys. So I was loving that though, man. Listen, by the way, since we're talking about football, right? Who are you expecting to win the Super Bowl? Who are you expecting to get to the Super Bowl? What's your predictions?
I don't have a dog in the fight, bro. After the Bears went down, I was rooting for the Cardinals. So when they went down, I don't even know who's still in, bro. I switched my attention to basketball.
Yeah. So you got Brady, in Green Bay.
Yep.
Right. So the Rams play against the Bucks this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers, who beat the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, play against Green Bay. You got Buffalo playing against the Bengals. And then you have the Kansas City Chiefs playing against, why in the heck can I remember who they play? I can't remember. But listen, the Chiefs play against, I can't even remember this. But listen, I don't know. I'm not rooting for at this point, right? Once the Saints were not making the playoffs and the Dallas Cowboys were in, I was saying anybody but Dallas. I admit it, anybody but Dallas. But I got to be honest with you, though, man. Part of me also thinks that there's something to Tom Brady being this old and still giving out their work because he's older than all of the coaches left for the NFC besides his coach. He's older than the 49ers coach. He's older than Green Bay's coach. I think that it's something that he's like out there being the OG, showing these boys how to do it, though, man. I think that it's dope. So part of me wants to root for him in that regards, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Kansas City get it again. I would love to see them get back. I wouldn't mind Brady. At this point, it's like watching him is like watching Mike. But again, I don't have a dog in the fight, so It don't make
Yeah,
me no more now.
I mean, I look at it like, listen, Tom Brady is going to be around in just in this lifetime. That's it. When it's done, it's done. So I don't have any problem at all. Like yeah, I told you before, man, I don't have any problem with people piling up records. I'm a fan of records. So I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be mad if Tom Brady got another ring and piled it on up. Like, he is a quarterback of our generation, though, bro. So yeah, I'd have no problem with that at all, though, man. It's just like, it's dope that in our lifetime we've been able to see such great quarterback play. But I mean, it's just almost like if you were looking at some of those quarterbacks from the 70s and everything like that, that people hang their hat on, the Fran Tarkins and the Johnny Unitas and the Joe Namath. Those were those guys. And the fact that Tom Brady is like one of ours, I'm cool with that, though, man. But
yeah. I mean, if I had my feet put to the fire, I would say Kansas City at this point, only because Cuz still play for them. So I'm cool with that.
Which one of your cousins?
Anthony Hitchens.
Listen, you asked me the other best thing I've seen this week.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay. Last week we got the word that should have came from the White House that Megan Good had got a divorce from Pastor Devon. I never even knew his last name. He was like, yeah, he was Pastor Good to me. He was her.
I was about to say, Mr. Good.
Yeah, he was good. Listen, he was Mr. Good from my perspective, though. And listen, and that's no slight to him because,
no.
You know what I'm saying? With all things considered, seems like a solid dude, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. He said, and he scooped her.
Yeah.
There has to be something because, listen, not just that. You had to have had her nose wide open enough to scoop her one, propose to her, and she say yes, right? Mm-hmm. The only thing he didn't do is have some kids with her. So, I mean, he didn't quite hit the grand slam, but in terms of the cornerstones of what you would think relationships would look like, he basically got all the way to third base, right?
He the last name.
He drove in all of the runs except for the last one. So, and listen, but we've seen this before when someone gets divorced, you put it back out there that you back outside with your Instagram post. Yeah, usually
you don't have to say nothing. You just got to kind of post something.
You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. All you have to do is post it and you let the pictures do the talking. And listen, I'm sitting here just minding my own Slash Brothers business. And I see, I already follow Megan Good, of course, right?
Yeah.
But I saw that it just spread it like, oh, Megan Good is back outside like that, though, man. And you know, she's always, even though she's been married, I think that she's never posted too much revealing pictures, but she's always posted pictures of her in workouts. People who follow her knows and know. But now, though, man, she is going where they're a little bit more edgier, though, bro. And listen,
she ain't the first lady no more.
No, she's not a first lady anymore. She don't have to worry about what the Saints have to say to her, though, bro. And she doesn't have to worry about any of his people necessarily thinking that it looks bad on him, right? So she is, and listen, the timing of it is immaculate, Ace, because it is coming in. It's cold now, right? So I'm wondering what this is gonna look like when it warms on up, though, bro.
Let me ask you a question. What has been some of the most epic bounce backs after the breakups?
Let me tell you who I thought. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I thought Megan Thee Stallion, the Texas Treasure, who should be protected at all times, I thought that she would top everybody on the most epic bounce back thirst traps ever. Mm-hmm. I thought she would. She had everything lined up, right? She broke up with homeboy. She just got her degree. She's getting ready for Hot Girl Summer. Like, I thought she would have an album called Hot Girl Summer Part 2. Like, and I didn't see that she had that kind of, she's had some. Now, listen, she's had some pictures from a video that she recently did for a song that tells me it's gonna be a long one.
Lick.
Yes.
Yeah, I just heard it today.
So I was like, I want to watch the video first. I don't even want to hear the song. I haven't until I see the video, I won't even listen to the song.
Well, it's not even her song though.
It don't matter. I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
And I want to see the video that goes on, which is another thing, Ace, because I got that track that I need to get in Megan Thee Stallion's hands because I think I have that track for the Hot Girl Summer, but I thought she would have. Long story short, I was long-winded. I'm going to go out and say the best post-breakup.
You better not take my answer.
Oh, okay.
Mine is easy.
Okay.
Easily number one.
Lala Anthony, bro.
Yeah, see, I knew you was going to do that. Easily.
Lala did.
But no, look. So what's his name? Megan Thee Stallion's dude said they not broke up.
I don't know. She removed all of his pictures.
Listen, I just heard it yesterday. He said they are not broke up. He just letting the rumors fly. He said, listen, we chilling over here. Y'all out here saying all this stuff. He was like, that is not true. That is far from it. We straight.
She better listen. If she let the rumor go, she better have something fire that she coming out with. Like usually, it's like she's in between music, so she might have it out there to keep some talk and everything like that. But listen, Lala Anthony, right? So listen, Lala's were to me direct thirst traps, and it looked like when you saw her pictures, you were thinking like, "Damn, Mello!" Like, right. "Dang, Mello."
Well, she said her DMs are popping, bro. She said yes. She said her DMs is lit, bro. I know the game is in there, bro.
How? Hey, listen, man. Think about that though, Ace. Think about this. I never thought about this. Like my DMs is the fellas on the group chat. You know what I'm saying? We send each other stuff. I might get some spam. I get some people who want to help get your followers up. I get people who they're just scammers and spammers though, bro. But imagine, right? You can't even get direct messages because all your DMs, it's all your DMs is a whole life of its own, bro. If you that, like if her, listen, bro, who else is in Lala Anthony's DM? The game, who else?
Bow Wow's in there. Who beat the game in there is Draco. Draco been in there first. He's the first to ever do it. Yeah.
First to ever get in that. Draco be like, I'm the first rapper to slide in her DM after she broke up with Mello.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. She said there's some pretty famous people up in there, some people that she couldn't even remotely say the name. She said it's deep. She said, yeah, it's.
Where did you hear this at, bro?
She was on I think she was on Big Boy podcast. She came out and said it. She said her DMs is lit, bro. I'm like,
her DM is like I would imagine, bro, that, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, so I look at Lala, right, and I was just like, okay, I think that Lala, she got some body work done, right, and for that reason, right, okay. So for that reason, I look at some of her pictures, the before and after, and I get, maybe she's older, she put on a little, but it just looks like she's moving around heavy with the Kardashians, and so she's starting to have their kind of body shape to me.
Yeah, but hers look way more natural though, bro.
It does look way more natural though, man. But I think that it just still, so when I see that, right, when I see Lala's, right, it makes me appreciate Megan Thee Stallions even more. Because if Megan has the kind of body that they have to go and get done up to look like, then to me, she'll always have the one up on there.
That ain't fair though. She ain't had no kids, bro.
Who?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Lala had one.
So she had
one. Silly had one. Beyonce got 4. What are we talking about? Queen P got 4 kids, bro.
Listen.
And their ages
Okay.
apart.
Here's the thing. So if you wanted to say something about Cardi B or any of the chicks that have had kids, fine. But you talking about somebody who ain't had no kids, she's supposed to have a body like that. Stop, bro.
Listen. Okay, listen. I'm gonna do so. Okay, let me ask you this. This is funny. This is funny. Because this is truly like God talk. Because how is it that only guys can have? Do women have that conversation? Like, oh man, he done put, hey man, he done had a kid. That boy done put on some weight behind them kids, though, bro. Like, I wonder, right? What does the flip side of that look like?
I think more
women?
conversations about women might be about the status versus the physical, because dudes are more physical. And we're now, granted, we might be physical, but we are forgiving about stuff. Like a lot of stuff that women care about physically, dudes don't necessarily care about. Like, I don't care how long your eyelashes are, they ain't gonna stop me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if your fingernails match your toenails. Like, I don't care. None of that stuff. Like, there's so many things that females care about that is like, okay.
I've never seen a female and said, you know what would make her look better? Some long eyelashes. Like, never, bro. Never. But I do wonder though, right? Because you think about that though, something like that, I think it does. I'm not going to say it matters to guys, but I think it is something that guys notice, right? Like, I mean, to some more than others, you know what I'm saying? But I think that right off the cuff, you know what I'm saying? Chick have a baby, and it's like, all right, she got that baby weight on it. Is it good baby weight? Is it bad baby weight? But that kind of thing, because guys are such visual, such physical in nature, I think that it does. I wonder though, how much does it matter to women that guys think like that?
It doesn't.
We gotta have a panel. Listen, we gotta have a panel of women on to ask these kind of questions, bro.
Right. Because I mean, it's just like, do you appreciate the extra effort? I mean, maybe, but I'm just like,
there's so many that I think the extra effort, so you know, this is what I think. I understand that women will ultimately say, oh no, I do everything for me, right? I do some that. I think that's total BS. Either way, but at the end of the day, that's a cop-out answer. But I think that women have misguided effort sometimes. Like that extra effort are things that I don't think the guys really check for. So it's like, I can appreciate the effort, but if that extra attention was placed here, you know, maybe it might be something. But I think most women will cop out and say, "It. I do it for me. That's it."
Let me ask you this. So when you were dating, right, and say there was a young lady that was planning to do something, right? Did it matter to you whether somebody had a matching set on? Like, was there any extra, like, oh, it's matching? So
wait a minute. No, well, okay, matching set of what?
Bra and panties, bro.
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so listen, it does matter to me, right? Because that meant that you wanted me to see that pair. Like, you could just throw anything on to go get some gas, right? But when you had it matching and you wore and I saw it, unless you tell me that no, I always match, I'm gonna assume that when you threw this set on, that you threw it on for me.
So the extra effort does matter to you.
That extra effort. So I do appreciate the extra effort does matter to me, provided that it's guided correctly, right? Certain things do.
So go down the list. Like, let's hair, eyebrows, makeup, fingernails, pedicure.
Okay, so for me, right? Nails do matter to me. I like to me, the thing that I love the most about women in general is femininity, right? So I do appreciate the things that make a woman feminine, right? So to me, nails, that matters, because to me, the nails reinforce the confidence. That's probably the most, well, I'm not gonna say most because I am shallow, but it's up there with the most, with some of those things that I say, oh, these are the top things that make it look dope. But So toes, that matters to me though, man. So nails and toes, I think those are confident boosters. Makeup, not so much, because like I said, I'd want to see. To me, it matters more what you look like without the
You wake
makeup.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, when you wake up, that tells me a whole lot.
See,
How
makeup-
much effort does it take for you to look like you look? That's
Makeup has never been a big thing to me. Like I like natural, but I mean I ain't
think so, too.
opposed to makeup, but I'm just like, you know.
Yeah, bare face. I'm cool with it. I'm completely cool with a bare face. If you got good skin, I'm perfectly fine with a bare face, though, bro.
Like it trips me out when I see a wedding, right? And I get it. Wedding's supposed to be your most, you know, that day. But I'm just like, when I see people at their wedding day, and I'm like, man, you ain't gonna never ever look like that again. Like,
well, it's for your pictures, though, right? So that's the one thing that I can say. So let me give you a perfect example, right? So when I shot the video for Can We Kick It, and so the missus was in the video as my vixen, and she went and got her makeup done. And to me, as a guy, it looked very cakey, right? And I told her this, so it ain't like I'm just kind of,
right.
But she was like, no, in the pictures and in the video, it's gonna look more like my natural everything is accentuated. So sure enough, she was right, because in the video it looks very subtle, but in person I thought that it was a lot. So she was absolutely right. So I can understand that for weddings, when you take the pictures, I think that it does kind of give you that glam, that extra little pop to your looks, though. But
right,
to think that you're wearing wedding makeup every day, that's extra.
Well, I mean, I know, but you still look some sort of semblance of what you actually look like. But some people, they wedding day, that's it, bro. That's the top. That's the top of the top. That's it. And so now,
I don't mind that
video thing, though, I will say that was one reason why I wanted Katera, because my thing with Katera was she was an artist, and I was gonna actually have her do. I wanted to work with her because I knew she was an artist. And you had talked me off this ledge because I had a vision for my album. I was gonna do half my face as a tiger and the other half bear, and it was almost like a.
I thought it was gonna be so whack too, bro.
You did, and so I nixed the idea because I always run everything by you. So then I was like, why don't I have her be in the video? And she had never acted before, never done nothing like that, and we had the greatest time. And her makeup, again, she's always flawless with her makeup. Like that's what she does. When famous people come into Old City, she does their makeup. She had her own experience with K Michelle. And that's an interesting story. So yeah, I'm just saying, like she does, like this is what she do. So yeah.
Yeah. I thought that half and half was gonna be terrible, bro. Like I was like, boy, it was gonna be. And just thinking about it, that just reminds me of how terrible I thought that was gonna be, though, bro.
You just had to see the vision.
Oh my god, I didn't see the vision at all, man. But yeah. I think but yeah, man, I think that it is interesting though, man, because there's a lot of stuff. I think also there are more things that guys don't care about that females do, even on the physical. Because I think that I don't think that the average guy, or most guys for that matter, especially Matt, I don't know. I think the weight is less. Some people are very, very particular about weight, right? And to me, I think that I've always been not a weight, like not a number, but a shape, right? And I think that that's where I think that when females put on some weight, to some guys it is a very big thing, right? I think that it's less of a big thing to guys who their girl put on weight because she had his baby, right? Versus
that's what I'm saying. Well, I think I would be that way altogether if she had kids, right? It depends on a lot. What is your job? What is your what do you do? You know what I'm saying? And then what is your history? Like what does your mom look like that when after she had kids versus you? Like there's a lot that gets in consideration, but it also depends though. Like, are we dating or are we just hanging out? Like which one? Because then it matters even less.
Let me tell you what I think is. Let me tell you. Okay, so I will admit that I am shallow in a lot of regards physically. And I think that that's the one thing that I can appreciate about my wife is that she appeals to my shallowness, right? With that being said, I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest with you though. All right, so if I two things that would make me that I would not hold it over somebody, but if I saw a girl and I knew what she looked like before she had kids, and then she went and had kids by somebody else, I'd be like, oh, okay, that dude put that on you. But if you did it for mine, it wouldn't even be a thought. So for me, it's almost like it's one thing if you only known this girl to be this shape ever, right? I think that that's one thing because then you could say, I don't care to know anything before then. But if I knew and then you put on this baby weight behind having somebody else's kids, like I almost would be like, nah, you could almost keep the whole thing over there, though, bro. Like maybe I'm just shallow like that because I feel like I would want you to have put on that from having my kids, not from somebody else's. But but again, I've not been on the scene, so I've never had to date females with kids and everything like that though, man. But to me, it's like if you had a kid and you were able to get back within reason of what you looked like before the kid, then I'm like, all right, we started back at square one. I'm cool with that. But nah, man, I gotta be the shallowness in me will say if you've picked up baby weight and weight from having kids and you never shedded it, and this is the new version of your body. If I knew what you looked like before, that would almost now, if your shape was the same, but you just had more of it, I probably would be okay with that.
Yeah,
it's very shallow, but I'm just saying. I'm telling you and I are talking. I feel like the people who will be watching this, I can be completely honest and say that I am shallow to that point to me, to where shape does matter to me, and I'm okay that if I like a certain shape, if you have more of that shape though.
yeah. It ain't that much to me at all. Yeah,
I think so. I think it is though, bro.
it really ain't. It really ain't.
Oh no, man. No,
Only shape
man.
I'm worried about is that pretzel. That's what I'm worried about.
No, man, like it's so for me, right? It's the shape is the draw, right? That's the shape is what catches my eye, right? That's the reason why. And because I'm a visual person, that's what my eye picks up on. Probably the very first thing.
You like what you like.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah.
So, bro, Unicron out here shutting stuff down, man. What we gonna do?
Okay, so here's the thing that I think is interesting about that Omarion, right? Is that they said that like 99% of all the cases here recently have been at Omarion, right? And seeing somebody who's had that Omarion, being one of those people, right? And also having the OG COVID, right?
I thought you had Delta.
I don't know if I had Delta. Now,
That was my point right there. Just that level of, I don't know which one. How? I mean,
you can get tested, and on your test, it tells you on the newer PCRs, it will tell you if you had what strand of it. Mine at the time, Omarion didn't exist, so either I had Delta or the OG, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, listen, I'm gonna be honest though, man. I think that I've had listen. So, all right. So I think that probably around December of 2019 that I had the OG COVID before it was COVID, right? I think that. So what happened is that I remember the missus. She had actually she had these like she had all the COVID symptoms. Now looking back at it, right? And so she wound up going to the doctor's office, and of course she went and got tested for all these things, and all of them were basically negative, and they wound up treating her for like an upper respiratory infection, right? Putting all the HIP information out there. Anywho, so then like a couple weeks later, right, I ended up I ended up going to the emergency room though, bro, because I'm sitting here feeling like I'm having some issues with breathing and everything like that, though, man. And that's when I also realized right then and there that I had acid reflux and some other stuff. But I also felt like I had like some of those, now that I'm thinking about it, like COVID symptoms and everything like that. Did the same thing. Went through all the actual tests and everything tested tested negative. So I thought that was that OG beforehand, because later on that February, this is when COVID is into the States now. I'm at a sales meeting, big conference, and like afterwards, a bunch of people just say, hey man, there was like this little bug that was going on that a few, people had said they had, and we had people from all over the world that was actually there. And so I was just like, yo. And so seeing that I had just had it in September, then had it again, I was like, yo, man, I feel like I'm Thanos over here, man. Like I'm collecting a fistful of COVIDs though, bro. But
bro, I hate the fact that anytime anybody gets sick, that's just immediately what it is.
Well, I think that the reason why, so here is what I think why that's legitimate now, right? I think that Omarion makes it a legitimate thing because it's so easily passable that, while there are other common colds and flus and everything like that, I think that it's the one that's the easiest to get, and you have it for the shortest time span. So it's more survivable, I guess. But I think that to me, it makes that assumption more legitimate, that it's one of those things that you got to do. Like, let me go ahead and at least get tested if you got cold symptoms.
I mean, but I don't know. I just feel like, in my opinion, right, if you feel like you got the symptoms, just go ahead and just quarantine. Like, what are you getting tested for?
But don't you want to know for sure? Because then
what you gonna get a treatment?
Well, yeah, see, I think so. This is my thing. I got to be completely honest with you. How I would move around with the common cold may be a little bit different from COVID. And the reason why I say that, right, is because it depending on who you are around, right? Everybody you don't know how their bodies are going to react to COVID. So you might want to quarantine. You'll quarantine yourself with COVID. Yeah, you want to keep your distance with the cold.
You yourself and me included, right? We've had it more than once. So we know what the symptoms feel like. So there's a distinct difference for me anyway. There's a distinct difference in the way that I feel. Okay, this is going to sound weird, but let me try to get there. So if I'm having an asthma attack, it's a different type of not being able to breathe versus COVID. When I can't breathe because of COVID, it's a very fast shortness of breath, and it's accompanied with like headache and my nose burns. That's my COVID symptoms, right? So the difference is when I'm having an asthma attack, or if I'm having allergies, or if I have a cold, I don't have the rest of those symptoms. So my thing is that I'm not going to waste my time. If I got the headache accompanied by this, accompanied by that shortness of breath, there's no need. I'm not going to get tested for that. That just means I need to sit down and fall back. That's for me.
But that means but that's because you've had it before, so But then what if if you just don't take the precaution, what your symptoms are, right? But if you let's say somebody else's, they may be even milder, and they could very well easily catch it. So it's like that's fine for you, but somebody else who's never had it don't know what their COVID symptoms are.
I'm talking about you and I, because what I'm saying is, before you got your positive test, you said, yo, bro, I got that vid again.
I knew I had it.
100%. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is I know people that have had it more than once. And I don't know what it is about having the confirmation test. Like, I don't know, maybe it's something they got to have for their jobs in order for them to get, their paid leave or something. Like, I don't know. But
I think for me, I see what you mean. I get what you mean. For me, like I said, I do think that when I had COVID, it was a complete, I'm cutting everything off right at the door until I get a negative test. When I have a common cold, I might not be as extreme, and maybe I should be, right? But in the past, you got a cold, you kind of keep your distance.
What I'm saying is, the reason why I'm saying that now, I understand that people just want to know, but right now the lines are astronomically out of here, right? Like, I had a friend in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, you can't get a test probably for 5 days out. And even like the rapid test, or the ones where you can do the drive-through, You waiting 5, 6, 7 hours in your spot. So what I'm saying is you are taken away from somebody, like for somebody that's had it before, that knows the symptoms, that have those similar symptoms, because you don't get a treatment, not unless you get to a different point. But
Right.
at that point anyway, you're still gonna go to the hospital. So you're taken away from somebody who needs that test, who never have had it before, or whatever the case may be. That's the way I'm looking at it. Like if I know,
I can see that.
so that's my only thing. But
I just think you can't be too. I think that that's the thing about it, though, right? I think that you just never can be too sure, and because the symptoms are so much of the same. The big thing is like this, all right. The one thing that you would want to also make sure is that, like even now, right? I knew immediately, right? Boom. The minute I got a headache, I was like, yeah, I think I got COVID, right? Still don't know how to, and that's the other thing. You don't know where you would have got it from, but I also knew that I had to separate myself from my son because then he would have had to miss school. And that was my biggest concern. I don't want him, I would want to, hey, tell the school, hey man, I've been having these symptoms and I didn't get tested for anything positive or whatever, but I've been around my son. So now he has to get pulled from school. Maybe they want to say, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and move these other kids from around. So that's the ripple effect. So I think that at least knowing that, you just rule it out, right? So I think that, but like I said, maybe this, like I said, this, I think though, bro, to be honest, I think that this is like a new norm. I think I don't see that going away anytime soon.
I disagree. I think it will. I think that this surge, because so many people are getting affected. Like this goes back to the thing that I got right in 2021. In my opinion, it's not proven yet, but I think that it has to get worse before it's gonna get better. So I think that this is why we're getting so many variants, is because people are building up tolerance. Like this is the one that's more susceptible to get, but at the same time is less deadly. And I don't want to make light of COVID, because I just lost an aunt to COVID. So that's not even what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we just got to still find better ways to move. You know what I'm saying? Because this is such an experience. So
I agree with you, man. Like I said, I think that having you and I have received it. I mean, you and I have gotten it, and we've both have had fairly mild symptoms. I can tell you that Omarion, bro, I've had colds, regular old colds that were more severe, right? It was light. I mean, I'm talking about light. It was light to where basically once I had the headache, I knew I had it. My sinuses and everything like that. Usually around the wintertime, I already have some sinus tightness and everything like that. But the headaches, I never get headaches. And so once that happened, I was like, boom. But then after, maybe 3 days, I'm perfectly fine. And I'm just basically waiting to test negative. And I think that the other part to me though, bro, is that I do it also because I think that when I did it to get tested negative, and I wanted the people around me to feel more secure. Like I wanted to assure them that they good, that I can walk around. They would treat me like a leper around here though, man. So I felt like I wanted them to be at ease anyway though. Let me ask you this. Speaking of things, what are some things that you said about 2021 that looking back on it today, that you say, yeah, I was right about that? You said
that I said that Justin Fields was going to play in the game, and that this was the year that if Nagy didn't do right, he was going to get fired. What else? Yeah, about I said that Cowboys fans wasn't going to the Super Bowl unless it was on Xbox or PlayStation. I was right about that.
That's facts. That's big facts.
Now the thing that I did get wrong, I said the Thunder would go to the playoffs. That's not looking like the case at all. And I said, what else? Oh, something else I got right. And I mean, well, no, I can't say that because the case ain't over with that either. So yeah, I mean, I did think that I thought that 21 would be a better year than 20, and I don't necessarily think that was the case. I don't think so.
21, we was back outside, man. I think you know what. Here's the thing that I'm not entirely sure if I was right or wrong, and then maybe in the next couple of months it'll prove one way or the other. Because once this whole Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion thing happened,
That was one that I couldn't comment on yet because I already said that we
you
know all the
said. You said, I'm going to wait for the evidence. Me, I jumped all the way out there. The minute that she said, you shot me, I didn't have to hear nothing else, right? So when the recent, news on that came out, then I was just like, dang, I'm gonna have to apologize to this man because I jumped out on the window to defend Megan Thee Stallion. She's one of us. So that was the one that I'm kind of nervous about. That's one. The other thing, one thing I think that we said that we was right about that I don't even think you remember. I remember us saying that Lil Nas X was the best troll in the entertainment. There, you would be hard pressed to find a bigger and better troll than him. But along with that, we always talk about you would like to see that somebody is going to come out with some fire project. And you said in 2021, it was one of the best albums that came out.
It really was. Like I could listen to it again. I think I'm just amazed with the production. Like it just sounds like a big album. And he put a lot into it, and it paid off. So
I think that things that I said, we thought that WAP, once we heard WAP, we said it's out of there. I'm talking about we immediately heard WAP and said it is out of there. I think we got that right.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing though. So listening to Lick, I don't think it's.
You don't think it's it?
It's a cool song. What I'm saying is it's got the formula. It's got all the the little everything that you would think it would have, right? The sexuality in it, the beat is nice. I think it's cool. I think it'll go. Here's the thing. Let me say this. It's a good song. It ain't WAP though. It ain't out of here. But it's a good song. It's okay.
What else? Something that you know what, man? Something that I think I was wrong, but I don't know how wrong I was, right? So I remember, bro, we were sitting here on last year. I think it may have been this time last year. It may have been the anniversary of the storming on Capitol Hill when all them Trump supporters broke into the Capitol building, right? And I think that one of the things that I'm starting to feel a little wrong that I was wrong about is that, like, listen, man, Ace Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's much of a difference in the average person's life from 45 being president to JoeVante Biden being president. And I think I was kind of, I thought that 45 was very divisive, right? Yeah. And I thought that was his ploy, that was his move to stay in power, to get people behind him. It's like, all right, I don't got to have all y'all. I don't got to cater to everybody. As long as I pander to this subset of people, then I'm good. And I just thought for some reason, though, man, that when JoeVante got up here, man, that with the number of people that voted for him, to get over that number that voted for 45, I thought that was more of a sign that maybe we were all coming together back again in an effort to say this division that was there. Let's reunite. Let's mend that difference, though, bro. And that would start with JoeVante doing something that having a banner that say this is what I did that everybody feels. And while I respect that COVID has been one of those things that's been hanging over everybody, his handling of it, I don't think that I'm seeing what I thought I would see from him. And so for that, he might just be one of the things that I think I got wrong, bro.
See, I don't look at it like that, right? See, to me, regardless of what happens over this span of 4 years, it's not like I don't care. But this is what I will say: it's quiet. It's quiet. So my thing is, we're back to United States politics of the politicians are doing their thing. I may not agree with everything. I may not see the policies get done the way, but what I'm saying is we're not in the headlines for our leader popping off at the mouth, making us look silly to other countries.
That's
We're
true.
back to it's quiet again. So for me, we went through 4 years of just stuff happening all the time. It's not like that. So for me, I'm cool. Now, granted, I do want to see more stuff done. There's things that should get done, and this is the opportunity for the Democrats to get in gear and do something. Because if they don't do it these next 2 years or whatever the case may be, it's going to look real bad for them come election time.
Here's the very tough part about this. Like, and think about this long term, right? So long term, here's the thing that I think that would be interesting to see, right? Because technically speaking, Joe Biden he could have an 8-year window, and he's old. We've already talked about that man is old, but everybody fully expects that 45 would also run. So the one thing I think that's going to be an interesting thing to see, right, is that the one thing that is interesting is that to with all things considered, 45 said these are some things that I'm going to do. And for the folks who were followers of him, they can say he said he was going to do these things and he did them. And that's within his first 4 years. And that's during a period where I think that you could get a lot of opposition just because, right? There's a saying with Barack Obama. Some people just wanted to go against him just because he was black. Some people ran the second term around on his second term to say, I'm going to stop everything that he's doing. So I think that what's going to be interesting is that let's just say right now, JoeVante says, you know what, it's a process to get things done. I have to get bipartisanship. And some of those people are like, I don't want to get involved, right? So hypothetically, that's 4 years of not being able to do something because of participation. 45, let's say he runs, and hypothetically, if he gets elected again, right, then he's going to have 44 years. Excuse me, he's going to have 4 years because then people can say, all right, bro, I don't got to worry about you because you're going to run and you only have this last term, right? So then it's like, it feels like we don't really get a chance to hit the reset button until 4 more years. So after this term and the 4 after that, that's to me the reset button though, bro. But everything else seems like it's a wait until then though, bro.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it just is what it is. But I mean, we survived the last 4 years, we'll survive again. And so that's the thing. I just feel like I just like the quiet right now.
One thing I got right, bro. TikTok is my spot. TikTok is one of my probably my favorite app right now, though, man, for social media. I think that I joined it and I was talking it up last year, though, man. And it's been everything I thought it was going to do and be, though, man. So I think that TikTok is where it's at for me, though, man. I think I got that one right.
Yeah.
What would you get wrong?
I kind of already mentioned my stuff that I felt like I had wrong. I forgot what I even said now. Dang, I just went blank.
I'm gonna be honest. You know what I think? One thing that I had wrong. I thought I was like, you know what? The movie industry was far away from coming back, right? Because I was telling you, I was creeped out. I finally went to the movies by the end of the year and didn't feel as nasty about it as I thought. Now I would entertain going again, depending on the movie, though, man. But I thought that it was going to be hard, and I think it's still slowly coming back. But I think that I can see a scenario where people will start to feel more comfortable about going. Now, the Omarion doesn't make you feel that much better. I thought, if anything, that would slow you down. But I think that I can see a long-term picture now that I didn't see before, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not as afraid of it as a lot of people are. And again, you do what you feel like is gonna make you safe. I still move around because again, I don't like even pre-COVID, right? I wasn't just like in nobody's face like that, like just So I don't know. I coughing and sneezing has always been like a thing to me anyway. So uh I still move around pretty much the same, but
Yeah.
I am a little more cautious. But yeah.
I try to be. I try to be. Listen, man, it's Friday. What you got on deck for the weekend? Speaking of moving around,
Um, baby Charlie is journeying on to her adventure in the morning to get her first vaccine. And then I'm trying to get some stuff done for Miss Sarah's vehicle and doing a whole bunch of chilling after that, bro.
I think that I'm you know what I'm trying to tonight finally go ahead and watch Eternals. That's streaming on Disney.
Oh, wait, have you watched Peacemaker yet?
Yeah, I watched Peacemaker. And listen, we never got a chance to talk about Peacemaker. Listen, bro. I absolutely love it, bro. I absolutely love Peacemaker, bro. And I meant to ask you, I don't know the cadence of when the new episodes come out.
They come out on Thursdays.
Come on Thursday. So I didn't watch the one. By the time I watched it, there were 3 episodes on there.
Yeah.
Is it a
That's
fourth?
when it dropped. Yes. There's a fourth.
Okay, so listen. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, man. I didn't know. So this is the thing I didn't know. I didn't know. Okay, listen. I didn't know that I would like John Cena in large doses like that, right? It's one thing for him to be a co-star. It's another for him to have cameos. But I was just like, is he really like The Rock where I can just watch him for a couple of hours? And I think he might be, man. He is hilarious on there. It's so this. The thing that I think is crazy to me, bro, is that this is gonna sound crazy, but I think that when I'm watching The Rock, I always think of him as The Rock. He's The Rock in Fast Furious. He's never going to be Dwayne Johnson to me because everything about what he is as a movie star is what I knew him to be in wrestling. So since I didn't know John Cena outside of that, I'm watching this and I don't think that I'm watching WWE John Cena at all, though, man.
Because he looks the part of a superhero, and like they make fun of the thing. Like if you see John, you think like he has such an oddie body. Like when I saw him in person, he had an oddie body, and they make mention of that in the show. And it's just his cadence, his delivery, because he's like he sees the world differently, bro. It's just hilarious.
I absolutely love it though, bro. So yeah. So I gotta watch Eternals. I gotta catch up on Peacemaker, and I also
need to watch the Nevers.
I gotta watch that Boba episode.
The 4th episode was good. The 4th episode was
I gotta
good.
watch that
Boba.
Boba.
The Nevers, bro.
And listen, I can't. So this thing, I don't want to start the Nevers until I finish the what's called, and I'm almost done. I got like 1.5 episodes of the Doom Patrol before I can go ahead. Like I'm not trying to watch. Listen, I'm not trying to watch anything else new while I have other shows going.
See, listen,
I got 4 shows going on at the same time.
We had 8 shows that we had.
No way, man. I had it at one point.
Come out. We down to 2 now. We down to 2. And so then now, now shows that we're down to 3. Sorry, but the shows that like on a recurring basis, we watch them when they come out. Like Euphoria, we've been watching that, but
so I want to watch Euphoria.
Yeah, we gotta finish. We gotta finish Insecure. We gotta finish the Ozark. We gotta and we watching Pen 15. And I just found Snowpiercer, bro. I got to start watching that, bro.
Oh yeah, I saw the first episode of it. I was like, I think the reason why I didn't watch it because I saw the movie, and I was just like, well,
I don't care. I don't know about the movie, so that's why.
Yeah. So if you watch it, you don't listen. I think you'll be good if you don't watch the movie and you watch this, then you'll be fine. But like I'm glad. Right, that Walking Dead is currently off. Fear of the Walking Dead is finally off. Atlanta doesn't come back on until March. So I got this window, this pocket to go ahead and watch a bunch of stuff though, man.
Yeah, man. I finished that Cobra Kai.
Listen, I still think I haven't gotten past I watched the first season. I haven't seen anything after that.
Bro, this last season, the way it ended was so doggone dope, bro. These boys, yeah, I love the Cobra Kai, bro.
No, I didn't see. I gotta peep but like I said, it's so much stuff, man, that like I just don't have the time. And then I think this weekend though, man, I'm trying to go ahead and shake and move this weekend also though, man, in these COVID streets. But yeah. But I'm trying to do some things though, man. Yeah.
All right, bro.
Hey, listen, man, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, y'all know the drill. Ace Kennedy. Let's get that music.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig
of all
it,
time.
sucker?